Ветер ли старое имя развеял? Нет мне дороги в мой брошенный край. Если увидеть пытаешься издали, не разглядишь меня, не разглядишь меня, друг мой, прощай. Я уплываю, и время несет меня с края на край. С берега к берегу сот мили, друг мой, прощай. Знаю, когда-нибудь с дальнего берега давнего прошлого ветер весенний ночной принесет тебе вздох от меня. Ты погляди, ты погляди, ты погляди, не осталось лишь что-нибудь после меня. Полночь забвения на поздней окраине жизни твоей. Ты погляди без отчаяния, ты погляди без отчаяния. Вспыхнет ли, примет ли облик безвестного образа, будто случайного? Примет ли облик безвестного образа, будто случайного? Это не сон, это не сон, это вся правда моя, это истина. Смерть, побеждающий вечный закон, это любовь моя, это любовь моя.
At 9:15, a program dedicated to young poets of today. At 10, our expert on homemaking will suggest a number of economic and efficient ways of managing your everyday household problems. Immediately after the 11 o'clock news, our music editor will report on the latest record releases as well as information regarding concerts and all musical programs on radio and television. At noon, after the news bulletin, a complete summary of the week's sports results, plus a schedule for the entire company.
I could use the hour now, as if your daily pressing's all done. Hey, my turn. Feet apart, back straight. Let's begin the morning exercises. 1, 2. 1, 2. About face. 1, 2.
All right.
1,
Great.
2. 1, 2. 1, 2.
Come along with us.
I like it up here. Feels just like home.
You've had your way up to here, but now you better come in the car. Help her down. Thanks.
Thanks, Volodya.
Come on.
Can you take my flowers?
Into my arms. Up you go.
Don't drop me.
Don't worry, I've got you. If we don't step on, it'll be dark by the time we finish moving. I've got 3 more customers.
I'm sorry. I'll pay you more.
You mean if we don't pay you more, you're gonna dump everything here?
I'm impossible about things like that.
That's why you got me around.
Such a moving scene on moving day. Ha ha.
She's pretty smart for a little kid.
She's going into 11th grade.
She's awfully small for her age. I've got a daughter the same age, but you should see her. She's grown 4 inches in the past 6 months. What makes them shoot up like that?
Vitamins.
Melodia, doesn't your beard itch? You'd look much better without it.
Oh,
Your mother happens to like it.
yes.
So get used to it, Katya.
Newlyweds, I bet.
That's a good bet.
Newlyweds. I can't stand it.
Maybe a good spanking with a paddle might help.
He insisted on bringing me to the station. He hasn't had any sleep. He came straight from the hospital. What more do you expect from a man? Remember, you can't make up for lost time. Look what happened to me.
Mama, let me decide for myself.
There's a theater company in town doing West Side Story. Do you feel like seeing it?
Maybe.
If I were you, Tanya, I wouldn't go. Don't forget your sad experience trying to become an actress. And besides, it's not deep and intellectual enough for you. Right, Misha?
Yeah, I guess not. Good-looking girl. Why didn't you fly? It's such a long trip by train.
I like trains. I like to take my time and dream.
It's time to go.
How about the 3 of us taking a trip, Tanya? I'd love to go away with the 2 of you. Huh?
Mama, please don't insist. Let me lead my own life.
Hey, clear out of the way, would you? Give me a break. Let me get in there. Before they go.
Tanya, catch
Smile now. Smile.
Tanya, I was afraid I wasn't going to see you.
I'll put the books on the train and be right back.
All right.
Your husband?
No,
Future husband.
I hardly recognized you, Ella.
Do I look worse or better?
Much better.
Really? I was sure of it. I've lost 10 pounds since the last time we saw each other. Did you get my letter? We're working in West Side Story. The group is really becoming professional. You should try some jazz dancing. Why don't you come back to the group?
Ella, I'm sorry, but I'm with my mother. I've got to see her off.
Oh, you look so much alike. I wish Tanya would give us one more chance to make her into an actress. Everyone fails once. No reason to give it up. I think Tanya made the right choice. Oh, I don't. Schools these days, the children are so awful. The teachers can't cope with them anymore.
Ella.
Please.
Goodbye. Have a good trip. You're going to come to one of our rehearsals now. Don't forget.
Attention, please. Will passengers please board train number 11 for immediate departure? Thank you.
Well, goodbye.
I'll miss you.
Tanya, dear, I want to tell you something. Don't be too demanding. Just accept things as they come. All women deep down need somebody. I tell you what, make me a grandchild, or even 2, with the first man who comes along.
That's what I'll do. Starting tomorrow, I'll be on the lookout.
What's he supposed to do, the first man who comes along?
He's only supposed to get me pregnant, that's all.
Oh, that's me. Right away?
Come on, don't be ridiculous. I'd rather go home alone,
That's a good idea. I'm really exhausted.
At last. We're here. How to be where there's air. How lucky to be far from the city and where no one knows us. Oh.
Lucia! Lucia! Lucia, how are you? Lucia! Oh, let me help you with that.
Goodness, Kostya, what are you doing here?
I live right around the corner. Here, I insist I help you out.
No, don't bother, please. I've got my husband to help me out.
Pleased to meet you.
How do you do?
We're going to be neighbors. And that is Vera and Roman.
I'm busy now, Kostya. We've got all that to move in.
Look, I'd be very happy to help you.
Kostya.
It's no trouble, really.
For the last time, Kostya, no thanks. Goodbye.
An Olympic athlete. My father jumps like a champion. Huh? What's the matter?
When he's home, he's a physical wreck. Around her, he acts like Superman, and him on sick leave.
You've seen the doctor's report. I'm not cured. My back still needs treatment. Just that I haven't seen it for 15 years.
Oh, counting the years. How many days?
Simple thing to remember.
Makes me feel like moving.
That's the last thing we needed. Oh, it's a bad dream.
It's nice to have friendly neighbors.
Not always. He's an old boyfriend. Boyfriend. I kissed him a couple of times when I was a teenager. Oh, makes me want to move out before moving in. Why did this have to happen? Oh.
I wouldn't want to tangle with his wife, but I can take care of him easily enough. You want me to?
Oh, he'll be over here all the time. You'll see whimpering and whining. I'll never get rid of him.
I'll beat him up. That's all. Right, Katya?
No other solution. Beat him up.
Vera, what would you think if I got myself a custom-made suit for once?
Why? What for?
Nothing nicer than a good fit.
Really? Been wearing ready-made suits for the past 15 years. Now he wants elegance.
Mom, let him go buy one.
All right, I can live without it. If that's how you feel.
Mama, what are you so sad about, huh?
He's better now. It's because of her. That's why his back isn't bothering him.
Well, don't you think that's good? I won't be back for dinner. We're going to see West Side Story. Hey, you two. I love you both. So don't argue.
Vera, why don't you buy yourself a new dress? Hmm?
I sat around all evening, worrying about you. Where'd you go?
To the theater.
You could have mentioned it. Maybe I'd have sulked a bit at first, but you know me by now. In the end, I would have gone with you.
Complaining about it all night long. Yawning the whole way through.
Tanya, I'm just too down to earth for you. I don't appreciate Chekhov and writers like that. I mean, it's far too intellectual for me. I'm just not that intellectual. I wish you'd understand that. If you were more down to earth, things would go better between us.
I know exactly what you're going to say. That all you want after a hard day is to relax.
Is it unreasonable to want some relaxation? Listen, as a doctor, I'm far better than Chekhov was. But don't try to compare me with him otherwise.
The evening was a failure anyway. Young people laughing and snickering.
Well, they must have found it too intellectual, too. That's not their fault.
Tomorrow in class, I'll tell the students what went on. That's what I'll do. I'd be interested to hear their reactions. I won't say it's wrong to be amused by serious things. For instance, when a bad author writes about love, we can laugh. But Pushkin, Tolstoy, and Turgenev, they're different.
They didn't just write about love. They also talked about daily problems, like trying to earn a living.
You expect everyone to think like you.
What's wrong with that? I have no complexes like so many other people.
As a doctor, your subject is the body, mine is the intellect. I take my responsibility seriously. Do you consider that a complex?
When I don't know how to do something, I just don't do it. How do you expect to teach kids about love when you spend your time avoiding it? Now that's a complex.
Kissing again? Real lovebirds.
That's enough. You were making fun of me. You'll fall in love too when you're 16 or so.
Then it won't be long.
And you'll break up after, like me and Kostya. Or like with your papa. Till your Volodya comes along one day. When you least expect it.
It's not always like that.
Not always. Don't worry, you've still got plenty of time.
You know how you look, Mom? Like you're having your first child.
But I'm worried. Having a child at my age.
Don't worry, everything will be all right.
I hope so. Katya, darling, I'll be delighted if this child grows up like you. I'm very proud of you. You're very special.
It's back to our cages for another 273 days.
Is that all? You're kidding.
Why, isn't that enough?
Who's that little girl?
Yeah, what's she doing here?
Hey, little one. The primary school's over the other way.
They sure don't make them like they used to. Wouldn't you say?
Anyhow, she seems nice enough.
Hey, do something about him. He's making me seasick.
The old boys are all like that. He sure is stubborn.
Can I sit here?
Did you realize that we have absolutely no aesthetic sense? West Side Story, for example, is much too deep for us. Yeah, I want you to listen to these pearls of wisdom destined for mature audiences.
Roman won't get it.
The psychic texture of its form and structure. How do you like that? Absolutely crazy. Plasticity of human suffering. Symbolism abounds in a passionate whirlwind. Can you believe this?
Wow. Another modern intellectual writing about something he knows nothing at all about.
You're right.
Now, all that kind of writing does is put people off art completely.
Anyway, it was sure fun to listen to. They think they know everything, so they talk about politics, love, modern art.
In this case, even racism.
But they never talk about sex. Right, little one?
Hey, that's enough about sex, huh? Drop it.
Hey, Roman, where are you going?
You won't believe this, but during all that time, he was hiding out.
Boss, go get the teacher.
That's my seat.
Good morning. Good morning. That's a lovely bouquet of flowers. Thank you so much. Sit down now. Aliona, you look so pretty with braids. Katya Shevchenko.
It's the new girl.
Sit down, please.
Sasha's been reading the article about West Side Story.
It's good to see you all looking so well. Hope you had a nice holiday. And now perhaps we could start the class.
What's that? Oh, look!
I think we've met somewhere before, haven't we?
Have you ever lived in Austin Kino?
No, I've no idea where it is even. Ah, that must be the place with the Austin Kino Tower and the palace. Oh, maybe I just dreamt about you once.
Hey, I've got a great idea. Let's all go visit the new shopping center. Come on!
Roma, are you coming?
Wanna go?
On the first floor, in the East Wing, you'll find the women's and men's clothing departments. In the center, cosmetics, perfume, fineries, and accessories. In the West Wing, baby wear, sewing material, as well as art. On the ground floor, is our outdoor garden, comprising outdoor
Caught you in the act, Pa.
Well, I finally got the suit. Took a while. He's a young tailor, so I was pretty nervous, but it fits well. Watch out. Sorry. I suppose Mama sent you.
Oh, of course not. I was just passing by.
Now, don't imagine it.
What am I supposed to imagine?
I felt like a new suit, that's all.
Oh, don't worry about it.
I tell you, it changes a man to be well-dressed. Makes you feel young again.
Hello?
My condolences.
Why, for heaven's sake?
What do you mean, why? You're back at work. What are you doing tonight? Huh?
Nothing special. Come on over if you like.
What enthusiasm. I suppose you don't care one way or the other. Maybe I won't come over. Why visit a piece of wood?
Have you got a problem?
I feel like a heel.
I wouldn't worry about it. I don't think you are. You're too much of a gentleman to be a heel.
Well, in that case, I'll tell you what. Why don't the two of us discuss it tonight over dinner somewhere? How about it?
Sure, I'd love to. I'll change clothes.
Get back here. You should have done that. I'm gonna get you. Come on. Get back here. Stop. Come on. Up.
Teacher! Teacher! Please tell him to leave me alone.
Like 2-year-olds, come over here. There's a lovely place here. It's so beautiful.
Oh, look at the grass. It's green.
Well, what did you think it was going to be? Purple?
You're impossible. I'll go take a walk alone.
Well, we're out of jail, but it won't last. Let's not waste our free time. Now, how can I amuse you kids?
You can't.
There he is. I found him at last.
Who?
The spirit of steel! I worship you, O almighty lamppost!
Glory! Let's take a sacred vow to recycle our old metal junk as a sacrifice.
Glory! Save us, master of modern times!
Glory!
Glory to progress!
To stainless steel, to knives and forks.
Glory! Praise you, O metal spirit of the lamppost!
We praise you! Melt our swords into plowshares. Swords into plowshares! Swords!
Stupid idiots.
Sweet. I always wonder what kind of life bugs have, don't you?
Just an insect. I'm really not interested in bugs at all. I'm not afraid of them, I just don't care.
Too bad.
I'll tell you what. If you want me to like them, I'll treat them as brothers and sisters.
Iona, what's the matter?
And what do you think we should call them?
Sonia.
And Vanya. Roman?
Katya. Very pleased to know you.
Now promise to remember, you belong to us.
But they're for sale.
Wait. I'll mark them so no one will buy them. Hand them over. A star for Sonia. And a cross for Vanya.
Why do you always follow me around? How come?
To protect you. You're too little to be alone.
Not that little. When did I begin to interest you?
It was when I saw you praying up there. All the others were just fooling around. The only one who really cared was you.
Not really. I was making believe. That can't be all.
No, the other reason was that you really impressed me. You're so different from everybody else. You see a whole lot of things that no one else would ever notice. Like, for instance, the secret life of ladybugs and even mosquitoes.
It was only a joke.
I'm not so sure. I was impressed anyway. You make even bugs interesting. So I think I'll call you Mosquito.
What?
Thanks very much.
Oh, please forgive me for being so late, but I can't seem to find time for anything.
Good morning.
Except for feedings and diapers. I can't remember when I last had a minute to myself. I'm Katya's mother.
Yes, I know. And congratulations on the birth of your
thanks
son.
very much.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, and see you soon.
I see Roman Levachkin is one of your students.
Yes, that's right.
It certainly is a small world. I used to know Roman's father quite well. What kind of a boy is he?
Oh, he's bright and well-behaved.
I don't know him at all. I only met him once on the street.
Hasn't Katya told you? They're always together. They're really inseparable.
You sure?
Oh, yes.
Very interesting. Inseparable.
Why don't you put it in the closet?
I'm going to wear it at my meeting tomorrow.
So, the reason you bought it for didn't work out, did it?
Come on now, Vera. Sometimes you let your imagination run away with you.
What about me? Do you think you were the only one? I had a romance, too, when I was younger. As a matter of fact, he's become a famous actor.
Oh, here we go again, huh? A famous actor who specializes in drunks and getting pies thrown in his silly face.
What do you think your precious Lucia is? Venus de Milo?
Can't you leave Lucia out of this? Getting a bit annoying.
Oh, if I'm annoying, I'll get out of your way.
Hi, Mama. How'd the meeting go? See my teacher? Did she tell you all about me? And about Katya? Her mother just had another child. Katya's got a baby brother.
Another child?
Uh-huh.
At her age? She's much too old.
Oh, why do you say that?
Do you think Katya's really her daughter?
Sure she is. Why do you keep on about Katya?
That's all I ever hear from you is Katya, Katya. Aren't there any other girls at school besides her?
Of course. Only Katya happens to be the most wonderful.
Listen, I don't want to hear any more about her. Now go get changed.
What's all this about?
You heard perfectly well. No use pretending.
Take it easy.
I saw her at school, the way she dresses. Who does she take herself for? You wonder how she can afford such luxury.
Who are you talking about?
It's none of your business. As for you, not another word about Katya. Concentrate more on school. Your marks aren't great. Just like your father.
Forget Katya. No, I can't do that. She's my girlfriend.
Recognize him?
The clothes, so funny.
It's Kostya. Our neighbor, remember?
Huh?
Hmm?
There is a resemblance somewhere.
With whom?
With his son. I can see it.
The less you have to do with that family, the better. And I know what I'm saying, Katya.
Oh, by the way, how'd you like our teacher?
I wasn't very impressed.
Why's that?
That sort of old maid teacher gets on my nerves. And I bet she spends her time spying on you.
Mama, she's so polite, she wouldn't do that.
She's too polite. She's not convincing.
What are you doing out in this weather? We'll only stay a minute. Is anything wrong? No, don't worry. Look.
Oh.
It was abandoned and we can't find anyone who wants it.
So
We've got the
sweet.
baby now.
And Papa's allergic.
You're a lovely kitten. Look.
Can you keep it?
Well, I guess I've no choice in the matter, do I? We can't leave it out in the cold. Come on in and have a cup of tea.
Thanks very much. Maybe another time. We're in a rush now.
Yeah. Well, goodbye. That's just what I need to be an old maid.
Katya, come on. What we need is a hot drink.
It's all right. We'll have it repaired in a minute. It's just one of those things.
Suppose it was wartime and there was no food. Nothing. Only crumbs from the table, that's all.
Then I'd leave them for you. Children come first.
Just because I'm little doesn't mean I'm a child. No, please don't laugh, I'm serious. Sometimes I feel that I could face just about anything. Even death if I had to.
Don't you worry. I won't let anybody hurt you. I'm a man and I'll protect you. I would, you know.
For a minute I believed that it was really wartime and I was afraid.
Would you like some coffee? And then there was light. Would you like some coffee or something else?
With a little liquor?
Just look at how poor we are, Katya.
We're not poor, we're rich. People without money can still be very happy.
We're so lucky. It's fantastic to have met each other.
I don't know what else to tell you.
You mean you haven't seen him since that phone call?
Mama, I've told you everything.
It's a keychain and cigarette lighter. It was a present for Misha.
That was sweet of you.
Oh, how absurd to let an attractive man like him get away. Unbelievable.
Mama, not again. Let's not go into it.
I've got to take you away from here. You're just wasting your life living alone in Moscow. You have no one here. You're much too lonely. You need to meet people. Go out now and then. You're an attractive woman.
Mama, if I go home, you'll find me a husband, a professor, a small-town PhD, and we'll be happy together with a baby you can look after for us.
Please, Tommy.
Mama, dear, when will you realize once and for all that I'm a failure as a woman, so why don't you let me be a failure? Go home, Mama. Go home. Just leave me in peace. I'm a disappointment to you, I know.
When was the last time you saw a doctor?
Don't, Mama.
Oh, you're not well at all, Tanya. I'm going to call a doctor.
Come on out here. They won't even notice that we're gone.
Look at that. All covered with snow.
It'll all be melted by tonight.
Hello.
Hello. Feeling better?
Don't worry about a thing. We'll take care of everything. Leave it to us.
Just put them anywhere. Make yourselves comfortable, won't you?
Tatiana Nikolaevna, is the kitchen that way? All girls to the kitchen. Forward, march. Tatiana, I brought you some red currants. Can I make some jam for you?
Very sweet of you, Alyona, but I wouldn't bother. I've eaten too well since my mother came. She just left yesterday.
What does your mother do, Tatiana Nikolaevna?
My mother, Sasha, happens to be a very eminent doctor, a specialist.
Oh, thank you.
Please come in.
Putting too much risk. No, I told you I can butter beat it. No, turn the oven. Turn the oven to turn it on. Oh, it's out.
Looking good. I'm not complaining, but we haven't done an awful lot of work since you've been out sick.
I'm not worried about making up for lost time. I've got it all figured out. I'll finish the program before you start your field work.
The girls are doing their field work in town. We'll be working with the people out in the country. Building, hammering, and sawing. Working with our hands outdoors.
Have you seen Roman and Katya?
They're off together somewhere, as usual, but I wouldn't worry about it. They've got what you call an understanding.
Sometimes I get the feeling that they're off on the moon.
Aren't you funny?
What a grouch.
Look, I see someone at Tanya's window.
If it's Alyona and she's seen us, she won't stop talking about it.
Alyona? You're blind as a bat. Are you angry?
Why should I be angry? You're only telling the truth.
I'm sorry.
Can you see Tanya?
No, they must all be there by now.
We should stop by, too.
To go or not to go, that is the question. Maybe another time. Oh, hey, I can see someone kissing in the kitchen.
I forbid you to look.
I'm not interested. I'm only interested in taking care of you. I'll watch the traffic lights for you. If they turn red, I'll warn you. You can depend on me to protect you. I want to be responsible for you. You know, a man should always look after a girl. Would you promise me that we'll always be together? Promise? Will you?
It's gonna be nice to get out to
Play something else.
Ooh, look at Tanya's dress.
Congratulations for an excellent beginning of the semester.
Do you mean that, Tatiana Nikolaevna?
Sure I do.
You're so elegantly dressed, and we're so...
I'm entitled to. I'm on vacation as of now.
And we've got field work. This is field work. Yeah. Really? I can understand what you get old.
Hey, look who's come to see you.
Oh, wow, look at that.
There he goes.
Go get it, Romeo. Let's see what she's got to say.
I got a great idea. Let's get them married once and for all.
Yeah, and I'll compose a song for the occasion.
Yeah, that's great.
About what?
About love. What else?
I can't write a love song.
Sure you can. And then we'll all sing it around the table.
Let's have the wedding in a high-class restaurant.
He's got brains, huh?
Say, who's paying the bill for all this? Who do you think? The parents of the bride and groom. Parents will do anything to get rid of us, you know.
Even marry us off.
Sparing no expense.
That's right.
Nothing is too good for our children.
Yeah.
What's money when it comes to the happiness of our babies?
When they marry us off, they're saving by not having to support us.
I was reading a magazine article which proves that without a doubt, people should never get married.
Try explaining that to Roman.
Poor sap, it's too late for him.
He didn't even fight it. Just threw his freedom away. Down the drain.
Yeah.
Morning, how are you?
Hello.
Did you come to see us off?
Katya, don't be sad. I've got to leave. I'll be back in a month. That's not that long. I'll write to you.
I suppose you came to say goodbye to Roman. Well, I know where he is. He's gone back to the school. He's probably gone to get a drink of water.
Roman! Roman, over here. Your mom's come to say goodbye.
I brought some milk for him.
She's brought you some milk.
Very funny.
Roman, someone wants you.
I'll see you again real soon. In a month exactly. Then we'll see each other every day as usual.
Roman, it's time to go.
I don't care.
I'll be all right. Don't worry. It's just hard to imagine you won't be here. Go now. Go on.
You mean you haven't left yet?
I'd love to. If they ever finish saying goodbye, we may get on the road. Girlfriends, mamas,
Oh,
it's
you better
endless.
get going.
Hey, come on now! Everyone on the bus! Everyone on the bus! Pay attention! Everyone else clear the passageway. I'll be seeing you soon. Goodbye now.
Have a good trip.
Mama, what are you doing here?
I worry about you.
What are you so worried about? I'm not going to war.
Come on.
Bye.
Get in here.
Good morning. Did you see the two of them?
I saw everything, yes. Oh, even if I wanted to act, what could I possibly do? I'm powerless. There's nothing I can do. You understand.
The school principal powerless.
Times have changed. Youngsters need our compassion and understanding. Have some tea. It'll do you good.
Compassion? It's easy to say, if it's not your own son. He happens to be mine, and I'm worried.
I do care. Our views on this are the same. I'd much rather they cared more about their intellect than about their emotions. Only teenage emotion is an enemy that's impossible to fight.
I won't give up like you. I'll make certain Roman is transferred.
At least place him in a challenging school with advanced physics and mathematics. His exams will be coming soon. I know of just such a school. Only 3 stops on the tramway from here. About a 10-minute walk.
Would that be best for him?
Vera Vasilyevna, listen to me. He's not my son, but I care about his future. Make no mention of what we've talked about. He's changing schools to be well prepared in his math and physics, and for no other reason. Please remember that.
We'd all be together, come for a month at least. You could help me with the baby. You might even begin to enjoy it. The beach, the motorboat.
I'm sure I wouldn't.
But why? Why stay here? You'd be bored to tears.
I won't be bored.
Everyone's gone.
They'll come back.
I don't want to leave you all alone.
You know I'm not a child.
Oh, you're a woman all of a sudden. That's enough. We'll have a good time, you'll see. You need a rest.
What about my field work?
It's all been taken care of.
All right. I'll go, but for 3 weeks, and that's all. Then I want to come back here.
What if I'd come by tomorrow instead of today? You might have let me know you were going back home.
I've got a train to catch. Maybe it's better this way. I don't know anymore.
I guess that's what you think, huh? Listen, let's go away together. Just this once, think about us. I'll write you a medical certificate saying you need a week off. A week together might do us both good. All right? Just one condition. That you remember you're a woman and not my professor. That's all I ask of you, nothing more. Just behave like a woman. All right?
I can't meet that condition.
Then you refuse. You won't consider it.
If it means surrendering my independence, then I refuse.
Then I'm getting married.
Best of luck to you.
Papa, I was just with Aliona, and she told me that I've been transferred to a different school. What did you do that for? I don't get it. It's crazy. How about an explanation?
I wouldn't mind a hello first.
Okay, hello.
Why don't you put your bag away? Maybe you want to wash up?
Not yet.
All right. Let's talk a little. Romain, we've been thinking about your future. It's time you started preparing for your examinations. I know how much you want to go to the university.
How do you know?
You said so. Have you changed your mind?
Did you ever bother to ask? You make decisions about my life without consulting me. I have some interest in it. It's my future.
Just because we didn't ask your advice is nothing to get excited about.
You think not? I'm the last one to know. And I'm the one who's most concerned.
That's the way it is. We do the best we can. It's your future we thought of.
My future is mine. Mine. Mine to decide.
Up to now, your mother and I have taken care of you. And you owe us a great deal. Everything. But someday, it'll be your turn.
Now spare me the moral lecture.
And what about your mother? You know she has a heart condition.
That's hitting below the belt.
I'm not making it up. You know it. Don't you think about anyone except yourself?
Back already?
Hi,
What's
Zoya.
wrong? Didn't you have a good time?
Was all right.
A boy came to see you. He almost broke the doorbell ringing so hard.
Roman?
It might have been. Is there something between you two?
Zoya, leave me alone.
Need a love counselor? I'll give you free advice.
No, thank you. I don't need anything.
Katya, don't be angry. I was just being silly. I didn't mean anything by it.
Roman, I was so lonesome. I'll never let you leave again.
Katya, I've been transferred to a different school. I put up a fight.
Why'd they do it?
It's a special school to prepare me for physics and mathematics. You know I've always wanted to be a mathematician.
That's not the reason why they transferred you. Roman, don't you see? They're just using that as an excuse to keep us apart.
But that's really stupid. They could never separate us. No one can.
Why did you let Roman change schools?
Ah, I was expecting you. The school year hasn't even gotten off the ground, and I've got a mountain of problems to solve. If you only knew. Would you like some tea?
The two children need each other, and you shouldn't have permitted the boy to leave school.
What did you say?
Kathy looks as white as a ghost.
My dear, Katya's upset, but let's not exaggerate. She'll get over it. Soon enough. Roman's transfer was inevitable given the circumstances. They're children. I wouldn't worry. They'll recover. First loves are soon forgotten.
But she's so unhappy and miserable that I can hardly recognize her. She's so sad.
She's what? Children of today can't understand the true meaning of misery. Children, they don't know the misery we went through. They're spoiled. A little suffering wouldn't do them any harm. Besides, have you ever known a case where a school romance has amounted to anything?
It is possible that their case is a rare exception. They need each other.
No, Tanya. I'm not convinced of that.
Separating them will just bring them closer together.
Hey, guess who my classmate is at school?
I know all about it.
Aliona's mathematics. She's so bad it isn't funny.
All the same, I'll bet you like her.
Aliona? Sure I like her. I like elephants, too. There's only one problem. I don't think she's quite big enough.
Is she still fond of you?
There's no doubt about it.
How'd you know?
Well, she's pretty obvious about it. She follows me home, can't get rid of her.
Oh?
No reason to get upset. I can't be too mean to her. I just start thinking about us. Then she doesn't bother me at all.
Couldn't you transfer back into our school, Roman?
Katya, you know that's impossible. Try to remember what we said, that nothing can separate us.
Can you come over on Sunday?
You mean to your house?
Will you?
I'll be there.
I'll be waiting for you. Aliona's really homely, you know. Better take everything off. You're absolutely drenched.
No. Put me in the oven for a few minutes.
Oh.
That might be the best way to get me dried off.
Oh, they're beautiful. Let me take them. Take your jeans off.
Huh? Why do I have to? Oh, they'll dry by themselves.
No arguments. I don't want you catching cold.
Oh, have mercy on a poor student. You see before you the entire evolutionary cycle of men's trousers. Yesterday, a child in short pants. Today, it's the very latest in form and fashion, jeans. It's so modern here. It's got everything, hasn't it?
Aha, I knew that would happen. What did I tell you? I'd better give you a rub down. There.
Oh, that's only good for fever, not
Keep
colds.
Still. What are you doing?
I bet drinking this stuff does much more good. It's worth a try, at least.
All that'll do is get you drunk. Well, are you feeling a little bit better now?
I'll be all right.
I wouldn't like you to be drunk.
No. I wish it could always be like this.
It will be one day. I know it will.
Mama, I love you.
What's going on? You've been drinking. I smell it.
One little drink, that's all. It wasn't that bad.
Don't act so smart. I won't bawl you out. Just tell me what happened.
Mama, stop. I was kidding. It was a rub down.
A rub down? By whom?
Katya, Mama. Katya.
Where were you? You went to her house? What else happened? You've got to tell me. Oh.
Mama, I guess I should have told you this before. I love Katya and she loves me. I think that both you and Papa have to know. One day we're going to get married. We're sure of it.
I can't believe what I'm hearing. You go on about love as if you knew the first thing about it. Katya's no different from a million other girls.
Please stop, Mama.
This is all your fault, with your old girlfriends and your new suits.
Roman, how are you, my boy? Don't get hysterical. The boy said he's in love. Why get so upset? You're panicky.
You know nothing about this new generation.
But this generation is no different from ours. Roman, what are you doing?
My mathematics.
Well, you see.
I should have known I couldn't depend on you. Don't you see we've got to act?
Why don't you just leave him alone, Vera?
Who is this girl? Where does she come from?
You'd never guess, Mother. The daughter of that ex-girlfriend of Kostya's.
What ex-girlfriend of Kostya's? Who are you talking about?
Don't tell me you've forgotten her. You know the one I mean, that romantic love of his. Kostya's great passion, the woman who turned him down.
Lucia.
That's it. If she just snapped her fingers, he'd come crawling back to her. The girl's even worse than her mother. A little slut. What should I do, Mom?
Well.
What?
Calm down, Vera. There's always a solution. All we have to do is think of a plan. It's only puppy love. What else do you expect at that age?
Who sent the telegram?
What's the difference? I'll call my doctor. Get a sick leave.
Can't get a doctor's certificate by phone? There's only one thing to do. Give up your job.
And then what? Live off your sick leave? Is that it? Oh, thanks a lot. Any other bright ideas?
You know, Papa's right. Grandma should have come to live with us long before.
Well, why don't we bring her here now?
It's impossible. How do you expect her to travel in her condition? The trip will kill her. I'll have to go and give up my job.
I guess you have no other choice, but you'll never find another job like it.
Well, someone's got to take care of Mother.
How long does Grandma need someone for, do you think? A week? A month? How long?
Why do you ask?
I think I should go. You wouldn't have to give up your job. It's a much better idea.
You? And school?
It's the only solution. I'll study there when I have time.
It's out of the question.
I'm going. I'd like to do my share for the family, too.
I'm so sad. It's not right. Why doesn't your mother go? It's her problem.
When I was younger, my mother stopped working to raise me. She's got a good job now, and I don't want her to lose it.
Is your grandmother really that sick?
She had a very bad heart attack. It's serious. She almost died.
Oh, I didn't know.
That's why I've got to go. Katya, you've got to keep on studying when I'm away, huh?
Why should I study? What for?
You can do it for me.
I can't live without you. And you talk about school. Don't go away.
Katya, you've got to be brave, all right?
Why must we suffer so much and always be separated? It's not fair.
People in love always have to suffer. I guess that's the way it's always been.
Roman, can we die together?
Sure we can. 100 years from now.
I'd be happy even if it were only 50.
Oh, 50 years isn't enough time. I've got too many things I want to do for you.
Oh, Roman. If I could just hear your voice once in a while, I'd feel better.
Look, I know what I'll do. Why don't I record something on a tape for you?
Oh, yes. Say any old thing. Even the multiplication table.
Hello, who is it? There's no one here by that name. I've told you several times, young lady, and I'm getting tired of it. Don't call here anymore. I don't care if the address corresponds to the number, so goodbye. Roman. Is that you, Roman?
It's me, all right. How are you feeling now, Grandma?
Oh, about the same. What do you expect? The doctor stopped by today.
Nobody called from Moscow?
Oh, yes, your mother called. We had a long talk. She'll try to come here.
Nobody else?
Oh, no.
Any mail for me?
Nothing. That girl has probably forgotten your name by now. Out of sight, out of mind. At your age, how can you be in love? It's nothing but a twin. Foul taste.
Grandma, how can you talk about love that way? Katya, listen carefully to the multiplication table. 3 times 6 is 18. It's a wonderful number. Do you know why? Because when we're 18, we'll be married. You know what I'd like you to wear? Gray shorts, a t-shirt, and red sandals. I wish that as much as 2 and 2 make 4. Oh, and please don't fail your exams. Imagine a famous mathematician like me, married to a girl without a diploma. That would be terrible. I love you, my little mosquito. I love you, my little blind ladybug. I send my little girl a big kiss. What a shame you're so tiny. How wonderful you're so tiny. Be brave just a little while longer. And I'll be home soon. I love you. Your Roman.
I write to you all the time. I never stop. And in all your letters, you say that I don't answer you. I don't understand, Roman.
I need some cigarettes.
You bought some already.
I want to get another brand. Just say you love me and I'll come back and never leave you again.
I don't want you back. We're through.
I don't believe you, Tanya.
It's the truth.
Then tell me why you're crying.
I'm not crying.
I can hear you. I know you're crying.
Where are you now, Misha?
What's the difference?
Are you alone?
She can't hear me. She's over by the suitcases. Look, tell me I'm a fool. Call me whatever you want. Just accept me the way I am. Have I ever asked anything more of you? Tanya, answer me.
And where is she? With the suitcases?
We're at the airport, but what difference does that make?
Have a good trip, then. Now you listen. We're through, and don't call me again.
They're new just the way you like them. Yes, I've got a weakness for new bills. Rich or poor, we all like money. And yet no one could care less about money than I. Isn't that true, Lisa? You know me well enough, don't you?
It's the first time I've seen you sick in bed all these years. I'm 10 years younger than you, and I've got pains in my legs all the time.
Haven't I been telling you for years? You eat much too much. Look at me. I haven't put on an ounce. Not one, even in all these years. That's because you got married at 16. I told you at the time. What's your diet?
No use regretting the past. I've got 2 grandsons now. And yours, I'm sure, must be a great comfort to you. And he's very well behaved. Look, another letter for him. Someone writes to him a lot.
Give me that letter, Lisa. We're saving him, you know, from a great danger.
What kind of girl is she?
No doubt just as foolish and stupid as you were at 16. Thank goodness that Roman came here. I'm even able to be sick.
I'd love to stay in bed like you, all warm and comfortable. And what does the doctor say?
That I need a lot of rest and that I mustn't go out.
Well, I must go out.
Lisa, I told you to take Roman's blue coat for one of your grandsons. Don't forget this time.
I feel a bit embarrassed.
Oh, you have nothing to be embarrassed about. Take it, I tell you. You've been a great help. What would I have done without you?
I'm always glad to help you out. Thank you very much.
And take some apples with you. They'll just be wasted.
Thanks very much, but I've got plenty.
Just get your diploma. That's the most important thing.
Don't worry, I'll get it. I'm working hard enough.
You're still young, but someday you'll realize that there are other things in life besides love. Things that are more rewarding and less disappointing.
Roman's unfair. All he ever thinks about is his mother, his father. Now it's his grandmother. He wants to make everyone happy except me.
Katya, my dear, you can't blame him for taking his responsibilities. A boy who's reliable will make a wonderful husband. Just wait, you'll see someday.
You really think so?
Of course I
I've thought a lot about it. Responsibility can be harmful, too.
What kind of world would this be if we didn't care about others? You know, you'd do the same thing for people less fortunate.
I know, maybe I would. But love would come first.
And when love only brings unhappiness, do we drop everything and forget about others?
Without love, why go on living?
I've had some difficult moments in my life, but I never thought it wasn't worth living.
Excuse me.
So, imagine if I felt no responsibility towards you, my mother, the students, no one at all. Don't you see how important it is to have something in life to hold on to feel responsible for?
I don't think it's the same for everyone.
Of course it isn't. I know that. Love is important. But try to take advantage of everything life has to offer. All right?
Could you live without love?
Mama? Mama!
I'm in here. I was making some tea.
You haven't changed.
Neither of you.
I'm so happy to see you.
Where's that little girl I saw you with?
She's gone home. At least I hope she did.
She got problems.
Mama. You remember that boy who used to take me riding around on his bicycle when I was in high school? Kolya. Frijenki.
Yes. I could never remember his last name, so I called him Red because of his hair.
You remember how angry you used to get?
Angry? Not really.
Oh, yes, very angry. You said he had no ambition, that he was wasting his time riding around on his bicycle all day. I bet you didn't know we were in love. Well, it's the same thing with that young girl. The parents keep saying she's wasting her time. Oh, Mama, dear.
I've got some blackcurrant jam for you.
It was heaven to be sitting on that bicycle with him. He was really very sweet and kind. I remember the first time he tried to steal a kiss. I pretended not to notice it. Yes, I was never happier in my life. Well, I should have married him when I was 17.
Then why didn't you?
It was you who didn't like his family, his bicycle, his red hair.
How are things with Misha?
Misha? I'm too complex for him and much too intellectual. Not enough of a woman. You know, at my age, boys on bicycles don't come along so often. Believe me. I think he's going to get married to his nurse.
I send my little girl a big kiss. What a shame you're so tiny. How wonderful you're so tiny. Be brave just a little while longer. I'll be home soon. I love you. Your Roman.
My poor unhappy little baby. If only I could find a way to help you. There must be something I can do.
Please forgive me, Mama. I didn't think you cared. You seemed so busy with the baby, I didn't think you noticed that I was unhappy.
I never imagined it could be that serious.
Parents never take their children's feelings seriously. Why is that?
We'll find a way. Would you like me to go and see his parents?
No. I have to go to Leningrad. Would you give me the money?
Bell's ringing. Let's get going.
Tatiana Nikolaevna! Tatiana Nikolaevna, can I ask you something?
Yes.
Would you consider us free?
Certainly. Why?
I just wanted to know.
I'm not so sure about that. Unless you mean the freedom to lie to us.
That's right.
What was he talking about?
Roman's been sent to Leningrad. And now Katya has disappeared.
I've transferred back. So may I go inside?
Please sit down.
How do you do?
We're going to see a play tonight. What can I do for you?
I heard that your mother was extremely ill and that Roman's gone to take care of her.
I think I'd better tell you the truth. My mother isn't really ill. We made that up to save Roman. We had to do it for his own good. It was the only solution.
But Roman is bound to find out. Then he'll never forgive you.
Don't worry. He'll thank us for it. I'm sure of it. Why does he need a girl like her? A girl who's exactly like her mother. My husband can tell you all about her. He knows her very well.
I think it's time your mother recovered and that Roman came home.
That's impossible. I'm his mother, and I know what's best.
I see. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Who does she think she is? What does she know? Doesn't even have children. Kostya, what are you doing?
Aren't you ashamed? How I'd love to teach you a lesson.
Well, do it. You've been killing me for years.
For years? What do you think you've been doing to me? I've something to say, Lucia. I wanted to tell you that...
She's leaving for Leningrad.
Oh?
And you can't do anything to stop her. Nothing at all.
But wait. I don't want to stop her. I came here just to ask you to send her as soon as possible. You've got to believe me, I mean
What
it.
I believe about you has nothing to do with Katya's problem.
This isn't for you. It's for her. For them.
I've got to be going now. I'm glad you came, though. Isn't it incredible that of all the boys in the world to choose from, she would pick out your son? Life is full of surprises, isn't it?
In many ways, he's probably like his father.
Katya has just left for Leningrad.
Good afternoon.
I put her on the plane.
I'm glad she went. Seems that the grandmother's illness was pure invention.
But how could they do that?
Stupid.
Just misguided, that's all. About how to do what's best for their son. They probably think what they did was right.
It's for Katya from Roman. He's calling her tonight at the post office. We should go.
I'm so exhausted. I can't take any more of this. They'll be seeing each other soon enough.
If you like, I could be there to take the call.
You'll need this. And please let them know that we're on their side.
All right.
And to excuse us.
Katya's left for Leningrad. She's on the plane now.
So they're going to be together. Everything's all right. Happy ending.
Sasha, let's go to the movies. We'll stop at the post office on the way.
This must be the third time I've told you how badly I'm doing at school. I think they're giving me passing marks out of pity. We get moral lectures from the principal. You don't know what suffering is, she says. And she looks directly at me. Tanya says that love isn't everything, that there's more to life. But she looks so sad that I find it hard to believe her. Last night, I dreamt that between Moscow and Leningrad, the earth had split in two.
Vera, my dear, everything's working out as planned. Don't worry about a thing. Oh, he's still at school. It gives me a chance to smoke. When he comes home, I'll go back to bed and play the dying grandmother. He suspects nothing. You should be proud of me. I'm a great actress.
Grandma. You're not an actress. You're a...
Roman, try to understand. Open the door, Roman. Open up, please, Roman. Let me talk to you. Open up and let your grandmother explain. I know what I'm saying. You're not in love. You think you are, that's all. Like when you were at nursery school, remember? You wanted to marry little Olga. Where are you? Speak to me, Roman. I'm going to break the door down. Let me in. Let me in, I said. Roman! I won't let you go, even if I have to tie you up. I'll make sure you stay away from that girl from now on. She's just the same as the rest of her family. I'm not going to let you waste your life. You're my grandson. It's my duty to stop you.